Okay, just gonna. Okay, welcome everyone to the Department of Volunteer Services at Mount Sinai onboarding Zoom info session. This info session is for I believe it's the New York City Virus Hunter Students, if I have it correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. My name is Ruth Mendivelso, the onboarding specialist at the Department of Volunteer Service here at Mount Sinai Hospital. And my role is to provide guidance and support throughout the onboarding process. The onboarding process consists of several requirements to complete, can be overwhelming, but that's why I'm here to help you with this. And before we get started, I just want to remind everyone, for those that receive the email to submit an application, please submit your application as soon as possible. If you have not submitted your application, you will not have access to the onboarding requirements that you need to complete. And these onboarding requirements need to be completed before you can start volunteering. So again, please submit your application. These are the onboarding topics that we will be reviewing today: the VSys Live portal account, the health clearance process, school evaluation, background screening, and educational modules. The reason I have school evaluation here, it pertains to minors. If you're under 18, your checklist will look different than an 18-year-old and over because of age. So to have access to all the onboarding materials, you will find it in your VSys portal account. The web address is mountsinai.vsyslive.com, as shown on the screen. And I'm going to do a live demonstration. So once you put the web address to your preferred browser, you're going to click on existing user login. And you're going to enter the credentials that you created when you submitted your application. So I'm going to log into a test account that I have. If you have any issues logging in, please let us know at our email volunteerdep@mountsinai.org. Again, if you did not submit your application and then your application hasn't been approved, you won't be able to see these requirements. If your application has been submitted and it was approved, you would have received an email about logging back into the VSys account to start the onboarding process. When you log in, you will see two checklists. One is titled New On-Site Hybrid Basic Science Volunteer, and that is your main onboarding checklist. And if you scroll down, the second checklist is Initial Health Clearance. The Initial Health Clearance checklist is just for your reference only. You don't need to do anything within this checklist. It breaks down the health clearance requirements and it provides just, more information on how to complete it. So for example, if you would like to know more information about the physical exam, you click on here for tips. A new tab will open, and titled here will say for reference only, this is not the EHS non-employee clearance form. Do not print this, do not bring it to your doctor, do not upload this. It will be rejected. Again, it's just for your reference only. And before we go over the onboarding requirements, I would just like to go over some features within your VSys portal account. You have menu tabs on top. When you click home, it will bring you back to the checklist. The message menu tab is for requesting the toxicology information, and we will go over this shortly. The upload health clearance documents. This is a navigation tool where you could upload your health forms, but there's two ways. Is either clicking on the health clearance requirement within your checklist or clicking on this menu tab. It will bring you to the same page. My uploaded documents is a very helpful tab. When you click on my uploaded documents, it will list, I'm going to show right here. It will list all the documents that you have uploaded and their status. So it's like another confirmation, because you will receive a confirmation when you upload something and it says thank you for submitting. But if you want to make sure it has been transferred, you will click on My Uploaded Documents, and it will either say pending, or it could have said approved, or it could be rejected, a duplicate, transferred. Pending means that is pending review. Duplicate means that we have reviewed the same document and we're just labeling the second copy as a duplicate. Rejected means that we reviewed the document, but unfortunately you're going to have to reject it. You're going to receive an email stating why it was rejected. You have to correct it and then upload it again. Approved will mean we reviewed it and is now approved. For health documents, there's only going to be two statuses. For health documents, it's either going to say pending or transferred. Pending meaning it wasn't transferred yet. Transferred meaning it was transferred to the nurses at Employee Health Services Department. You won't see an update status of approved or rejected because the nurses will be reviewing and sending us your clearance, and then we will update your account. Let's go back. Within your main checklist, there is a percentage bar here. It will let you know how far you have completed your onboarding process, and it will be based on the requirements that has been approved and cleared. And lastly, let's see. There will be some highlights within your checklist. If it's highlighted in yellow, that's letting you know that that requirement was rejected. If it's highlighted in gray, that means you uploaded the document and it's pending review. And anytime a requirement is approved and cleared, it will be in green text with the check mark. Okay, so now we could get started. So the first requirement, and every requirement is as important. However, the health clearance will take the most time to complete. And it's listed here. It's the first one. So you're going to click here for instructions. I'm just going to open a new tab. And once the page loads, it will list everything that you need to complete. However, pay attention because not probably everything will apply to you, and I will go over that. So the first step that applies to every single volunteer is to download the official Mount Sinai health forms. So that is number one, and you're going to click on the link. The first 3 pages are guidelines and more detailed information about the health requirements. And when you scroll down to page 4 and 5, that is where you're going to find the official Mount Sinai health forms, and it's titled EHS Non-Employee Clearance Form. These are the only forms the nurses will accept. They will not accept any other forms. They will only review these forms. So you as the volunteer, you're going to print your name, write your date of birth, phone number, email, the department you'll be volunteering, and your role. For facility is asking which Mount Sinai hospital is your assignment. So for example, if you're at the School of Medicine, you're going to check off Mount Sinai Hospital. And if you're at another hospital, you'll check that off. For the clearance requirements, there are 8 of them. And it goes on to the next page. These requirements are to be completed by your doctor. You can visit your doctor or any health provider. You could visit CityMD, for example, and everything within here has to be completed. Your doctor will know best what needs to be updated just based on your medical history, and they will know, like for example, the physical exam, it has to be within the last 12 months. If you had a physical exam in the last 12 months, then all we need is those dates. If you did not have a physical exam in the last 12 months, then your doctor needs to, administer the physical exam and then provide the new dates. For number 6, influenza will be required if you're starting sometime in September. So right now, I know for sure CityMD, Walgreens, and CVS Minute Clinic have the new flu vaccine. So the nurses will accept the new flu vaccine that has been administered to you after August 1st of this year. They will not accept the vaccine from last year. So that will be required for your health clearance process. You also want to make sure number 8 is completed, that your doctor select yes or no. Sometimes that gets to be left blank. And if it's blank, it will just delay the process. After it's completed and returned to you, also make sure that they sign and stamp the form. Without the stamp, it will delay the process as well. And this last document here for permission for health screening for a minor, please disregard that. That is only if you don't have insurance and you're going to be visiting Mount Sinai. So once the EHS non-employee clearance form is complete, you're going to scan both pages as one PDF file. If you don't have a scanner at home, you could download a free scanner app from your application store in your phone. What it will do is take a picture of the document, but convert it to PDF. You just got to make sure that the file has both pages, and you're going to return to your VSys portal account to upload the health form. And you're just going to scroll a little bit down and make sure the attachment type is selected EHS non-employee clearance form. That is the same title of the health form. Locate your PDF document and click upload once. Please avoid uploading duplicate copies. And to confirm that it was uploaded and pending, check out the My Uploaded Documents menu tab. The next business day, your health document will be transferred over and it will say transferred. Part of your health clearance process is the toxicology test. So if you're a volunteer on site for more than 6 weeks, you'll be required to complete the toxicology test. So the email will look like this. And you will receive this email from our office with the subject line, Your Drug Screen Q Passport. In the body of the email, it will have the link and instructions how to schedule your appointment at your nearest Quest Diagnostic branch. And attached to the email is the Q Passport document. The Q Passport document is very important. You would need to bring that document with you to your scheduled appointment. That's how the Quest staff know which panel to test you on, that is free of charge, and that they need to send the results directly to the nurses after it's processed. The Q Passport document also has an expiration date. It will expire 1 month after receiving the email. Do not leave it for the last minute to schedule your appointment. If for some reason time has passed and you notice that your Q Passport has expired, please contact us by email and we will reissue a new Q Passport. So once you receive this email, schedule your appointment as soon as possible. And if you haven't received an email and it's been more than 2 business days after receiving your requirements, this is where you could navigate to the message menu tab and click on toxicology request form. I'm going to show you how that looks like. In the message box, you're going to enter your personal information such as full name, email, date of birth, phone number, and then click submit. We will be notified the next business day and we will contact you with the email with the instructions and your Q Passport. Wait, let me go back. The other not a requirement to you, I'm not sure, but if you are working in the emergency department or working with animals or animal tissue, you will need to complete a 3rd health form, and that is the OSHA questionnaire. So if this applies to your assignment, you will be required to submit this, and the OSHA questionnaire is listed at number 4. You'll click on the link to download the questionnaire. So this is a self-assessment form. You as the volunteer will complete this. You do not need to bring this to your doctor's appointment. Your doctor should not be signing off on this. So you're going to complete both pages to the best of your ability. And on the bottom of the 2nd page where it says to be signed by the physician examiner, you're going to leave that blank. Because once it's uploaded and transferred over to the nurses here at Mount Sinai, they'll be signing off after reviewing this form. And to upload that form, you're just going to return back to the health clearance instruction page and change the attachment type to EHS OSHA questionnaire and upload. Again, if Your assignment is in the emergency department or working with animal or animal tissues. Please complete the OSHA questionnaire, because if it's missing, the nurses will contact you about it. So once the nurses have the toxicology results and your health forms, they will initiate the review process. If anything is missing or if anything's expired, they will contact you by email. If you receive an email from Employee Health Services from one of the nurses, please stay on top of it to provide with them the missing information so that they can continue reviewing and approving your health clearance. Once your health clearance is approved, the office will receive the clearance. We will update your account to reflect that you completed the requirement. These are the most frequent asked questions about the clearance process. I submitted my health form, but notice it is still marked as incomplete, like you haven't seen any change. So it could take up to 2 weeks once a submitted health form is reviewed and approved by Employee Health Services. If you haven't received an update after 2 weeks of submitting your health form, send us an email at volunteerdep@mountsinai.org, and we will follow up on your behalf and request a status update. How do I get a Q passport? The Q passport will be sent via email with a list of instructions to schedule your appointment. Once you receive your Q passport, you have 1 month from that day before it expires. Do I need to submit the toxicology results to volunteer department or EHS? Quest Diagnostic will send the lab results directly to Employee Health Services for the review. You don't need to upload anything in regards to your toxicology results. And if you do have any health-related inquiries, a concern about one of the health requirements, you're not sure if the last TDAP that you received is acceptable, you are welcome to email the nurses at volunteerhealthforms@mountsinai.org. They know best, and they will provide further guidance. So again, their email is on the screen, volunteerhealthforms@mountsinai.org. Okay, so we're going to move along to the next requirements. Oh, someone's here. Okay, next is the resume. However, once you submit your application, you're also submitting your resume. So that should be an automatic complete in your checklist. Next, if you are a minor, you have to complete a parent guardian permission form. So you're going to click on the link. You're going to download the form by clicking the link in number 1. And this document is 1 page. So you as a volunteer will complete the first box where it says to be completed by volunteer applicant. And the second box is to be completed by one of your parent or guardian. Once the whole document is complete, save it as a PDF, return to the parent guardian permission form requirement to upload it. And that's it. Then the next business day, it will be transferred to us. We will review. And if for some reason it's rejected, again, you will be notified. You will correct it and upload it again. Working papers will not be required for your onboarding process, so it should be automatically marked as completed. School evaluation. So for school evaluation, whoever you list in your application as a reference will be contacted. They will complete a form online. It will be returned back to us, and we review and update the status. You don't need to do anything. Just keep in contact or let us know, hey, this person is not in school right now. Can I put someone else? But as right now, you don't, once you submit your application, that person you list will receive a school evaluation survey to complete. Next is the corporate screening background check. So I'm going to click on the link here. So everyone needs to complete the background check. It's free of charge. So the steps are listed here. You're going to click on the link in number 1. It'll bring you to a different website. And within this website, you need to enter your promotional code. The promotional code is listed in the VSys instructions at number 2. So you're going to copy and paste the promotional code to the website and click continue. Then you're going to be asked to create an account. Make sure that it is your legal first name and legal last name. If for some reason it's different from your VSys application, please let us know by email and we will update that. Once you enter the information in the required fields, you're going to click register. After you click register, you're going to click continue to start the process. We provided a step-by-step guide within the instructions in VSys. So if you click on the word here, it's screenshots of every step that you need to take. So where we left off is in page 2, where we have to click register. After that, you're going to click continue and you're going to start reading and agreeing to some terms and policies a few times until you reach the part where you need to draw your signature. You're going to draw your signature, then click I agree. The next step is to review the personal information, and within this same page, it's going to list how much this is going to cost. But you are not going to be asked for payment information. You're not going to pay for anything. It is free. All you have to do is click submit. And then it will be the confirmation of thank you for providing the information to conduct the background check. And to confirm again that your background check is in process, it should be in this orange bar that states your background is in process. If the bar is in red, that means you did not submit your background check. So you need to click continue and then follow all the steps in this guide. And that's it. So these are the frequent asked questions for the background check. Is there a fee to complete the background screening? No fee. How long does it take for the background screening to complete? It takes about 5 business days. So after you submit your background check, it will take about 5 business days. The office will receive the clearance notification, and then we will update the account to reflect that. If it's been more than 5 business days, please contact us, and please contact us if you have any issues submitting the background check. Next, we have the confidentiality statement form. So for the confidentiality statement, you're going to click here for instructions and click on the link at number 1. So this is a legal document. You're going to read the document from beginning to end. And when you reach the bottom of the second page, you need to print your name, you need to sign it, you need to date it, and for employer, you need to write Mount Sinai. As instructed here in your VSys account, please put Mount Sinai. It will be rejected if you put something else. It will be rejected if you leave it blank. And it will also be rejected if you only upload the second page. So once you complete this section, make sure to scan page 1 and page 2 together and then upload it by returning back to your VSys account to this section, locate the file and click upload once. And that's it. Next are education materials. There are 6 trainings to complete, and you complete these trainings straight from your VSys account. You complete fire safety, code of conduct, HIPAA, emergency management, infection prevention, and sexual harassment. Each of these trainings, there's a quiz at the end. And at the end of the quiz, it will let you know if you pass or did not pass. If you pass, it will automatically update to complete. You will have completed the requirement. So you're going to click home and you'll see that it refreshed to complete. If you did not pass the quiz, you just have to retake the quiz as many times until you pass. The trainings do take some time. It will take more than an hour to complete. So set some time aside. Once you have access to your onboarding materials, get started in the weekend, because again, this will take more than an hour. After that, we have the international personnel clearance. The international personnel clearance requirement only applies to volunteers who are not a U.S. citizen and not a green card holder. If you are a U.S. citizen and a green card holder, you don't have to do anything else. If you are not, you will be contacted by the immigration specialist from the International Personnel Department. She will reach out to you by email to request documents to review, and depending on those documents, if it's approved, she will send the clearance to our office, and then we'll update your account. But again, if you're not a U.S. citizen or green card holder, you will have to complete this as part of your onboarding process. And we just have 2 more. Next is the basic science acceptance and orientation form. So for this requirement, we're going to click on, it doesn't matter which link, it brings you to the same page. So the basic science acceptance and orientation form is an attestation. So you're going to download the document, and it's 3 pages. You're going to forward the document to your PI or supervisor, and your PI supervisor needs to complete all the fields as an attestation that the orientation will take place after you're cleared. This document is legal, and this document is still part of your onboarding process, so it needs to be completed and signed and returned back to you so you could upload it and we will review. So again, forward it to your PI or supervisor to complete and sign the form as an attestation. And lastly, we have the intellectual property and CDA form. So you're going to click on that. And you're going to click on the link in not page 1, step 1. This legal document is 4 pages. And you as the volunteer complete this document. So you need to put your name on the first line, your full name, your full address on the second line, and in the third paragraph where it says beginning on should be the expected start date, and it should be in month, day, and year format. It will be rejected if you only put the month and day or month and year. So it needs to be month, day, and year, and also the expected end date in month, day, and year. Then you're going to go to the last page. You're going to sign the form. If you're under 18, a parent and guardian needs to sign the form as well. And where it says Mount Sinai ID, you could leave it blank. Volunteers do not get live numbers. And email address at Mount Sinai, you could either leave it blank or put your personal email address. And once the document is completed, you're going to save all 4 pages as one PDF document, return to your VSys account to the CDA requirement section to upload it. So you're going to locate that document, make sure all 4 pages is in that file, and click upload. We will review and let you know if it wasn't approved, why it wasn't. Most of the time it will be rejected because they didn't put the full date, or it's not signed, or a page is missing. So again, make sure all 4 pages are completed and uploaded to your VSys account. So this is a screenshot of one of the trainings, well, 2 trainings here, how it will look like once you complete it and pass the quiz. And we have reached the end of the presentation. Before we go on to the Q&A portion, I just want to let everyone know there are still many ways to connect with us. You could email us at volunteer@mountsinai.org. You could call us at the phone number shown on the screen. We do host daily Zoom office hours. No appointment needed. It's one-on-one personal assistance. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays is from 10 to 11. Tuesdays and Thursdays is from 2 to 3. And again, if you have any concerns or questions about the health clearance requirements, you can email Employee Health Services at volunteerhealthforms@mountsinai.org. And if you haven't submitted your application, please do so now so that you can have access to all these requirements that you need to complete in order to start volunteering. You won't be able to start volunteering if you have